Are you aware that after being arrested for DUI, that you might be going through some emotional stages of your life of how you process the fact that you were arrested and the impact it could have on your life, your future, and your career? Did you know that there are a kind of a process and a stage that you go through maybe after a DUI? I'm Bill Umansky, the lawman, and today we're going to discuss those emotional stages and maybe some of the things you might be feeling after being arrested for a DUI. So you were pulled over for a DUI. You were taken out of the vehicle. You were asked to perform field sobriety exercises. You either passed or failed, and then those handcuffs get locked on you. You're devastated. Now you're taken down to the jail and you're given an option whether you take the breath test or refuse. You're being told you might lose your license. And then you're booked, taken down to the jail, processed like any other person who's got charged with far more serious crimes, in fact, and you're sitting there and you don't know what to do. Well, there's some stages that you're going to go through after a DUI arrest, and you got to be prepared for them, and you got to know how to deal with them. First stage that you're probably going to do is the shock and denial. While you've been locked up, you get out in the morning after either seeing the judge or posting a bond before you see the judge, and you're in a whirlwind. You either get a cab or an Uber home, or some family member picks you up, and I'm telling you, you're feeling dirty from the jail, grimy, and you just don't know what just happened to you. In fact, you're not really ready to process it or even deal with it. All you know is your car's an impound. You just got arrested, a booking photo, and it's normal. What do you do at that point? Well, you're probably going to be in shock and denial, and you're not going to know how to process it right away. After the shock and denial, like it's all a dream, that second phase you might go through is fear and remorse. Fear of the unknown. What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my career? Will I lose my job? Will I lose my scholarship? Will I lose my spouse? Where am I going to go? And then you start feeling bad, remorseful. I shouldn't have gone out last night. I shouldn't have hit that strip club. I stayed too late at Johnny's house. I shouldn't have had that extra drink. I shouldn't have vaped or smoked while I was drinking. I shouldn't have taken alcohol when I was on hydrocodone. You start being afraid, and don't you feel it? You're kind of nervous, anxious. What is going to happen to me? And the guilt starts setting in. You know, kind of after that fear and remorse sets in, now you might actually start getting angry. See, the fear may drive your anger because now you're like worried. Am I going to get fired? Shit, I may get fired. Damn. You may even start reading that police report and thinking that the cop exaggerated stuff. And you may be really, really angry at the police officer. You start calling around lawyers, trying to get some quotes, and you hear quotes like $35, $45, $55, $65, $7,500 for a DUI lawyer. And you're really angry and stressed out, mad. You have temper at work, maybe with your spouse, with your kids, because you're starting to feel angry. Why am I in this situation? What did I do wrong? It's not fair. I've never been in trouble before. And you start really getting angry. And when you call these lawyers, you're even angry at them because they're not telling you the answer. Make it go away. Get it dropped. You're going to be angry at almost everybody. The lawyer, your family. Most of all, you're going to be angry at yourself, honestly. And you got to kind of work through that situation to start normalizing your life. You know, after getting angry and you're going through these phases where you think everyone, the cops against you, the lawyers against you, the system's against you, you may start going through bouts of depression. You may start feeling sad, and you may start doing some introspection. You may start wondering yourself, do you have a drinking problem? Should you have gone out that night, and what you could have done differently, maybe avoid that. You may have even worried that you could have hurt someone, and even yourself, and the impact that losing your job or the possibility of your career on your family. And there's going to be times that it's going to weigh heavy on you, where you may be sad and depressed. And these are the times that you need to reach out for some help, for some guidance. Everyone's a sinner, and you're going to have to push through that depression, and that introspection is only going to make you a better person. So you got to figure out a way to kind of deal with that next stage, which is going to be sadness. It's definitely going to be a time of tough introspection for you. Here's the good news. You've gone through this phase of shock, denial, and anger and depression, and then maybe you found a really good lawyer, one that's kind, considerate, yet professional and aggressive to get the job done. Hopefully, they'll give you some level of confidence. And as you process all those emotions and you feel calm, you're going to start feeling better. You're going to start feeling like, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I can tell you that you will clearly feel better once you've retained someone that's on your side. And there's going to be times where if you have to go to court, that may bring it all back to you. The anger, depression, and sadness. But having a trusted legal advisor by your side, having a family support network, having people that are there for you that understand that you just made a mistake and you need a second chance, it's going to happen. You will feel much calmer once you started the process and the steps of dealing with your emotion and taking steps to resolve the issue. So you may get a hardship license. That's a positive thing. You might try and get a class under your belt so it looks good for the prosecutor. That's going to make a positive impact. You may even go for some counseling if you have an alcohol problem. That's going to make you feel better. And if you get a lawyer that you trust, someone that is caring and empathetic and tells you that things are going to be okay and will fight for you, that too will help you as you go through this stage of moving through your emotions and becoming calm. And the good news is there's light at the end of the tunnel. Next phase you're going to go through is putting your life back together. And that is key. As you're doing these classes, as you're getting that lawyer hired, as you're getting your hardship license, you realize it's not the end of the world. You realize that you'll be able to move forward through this arrest. You'll be able to move forward and achieve something in your career. You'll be able to move forward and become a better student. You know that because you made a mistake, you need to do better now. You need to be better. And you're going to start getting your life back together. And that brings up the final stage, acceptance. Now, your DUI may get thrown out because of a technicality. You may be able to go into a diversion program and get the charge dropped. You might even be able to get your DUI reduced to a reckless driving, or even better, a careless driving. You might be able to do all those things. But even if you don't, and you plead to a guilty or no contest to a DUI, or even if you go to trial and you're found guilty of a DUI, there'll be some level of acceptance. And when you have accepted your situation and made peace with it, that is the clearest and easiest way of moving forward. I hope that I've explained these stages. If you've got any questions at all, you can certainly call me, the lawman, 407-228-3838. We've been practicing DUI law for 27 years. And trust me, we have seen many people go through what you're going through. They're very difficult stages. We understand, and we can guide you through the process. Lawman out.